Yeah, just slide it off the door. Just set it down. It's fine. Set it down.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. All right. Let's see, here we go.
Yo.
It's your boy, Big Cell, FHO's HNIC, Mr. Him Be Everywhere. FHO is a lifestyle, a movement, grown folks business. See, man, you thought we was playing? We are live right now.
It's Big Cell. What that mouth do besides tell the truth on FHO Podcast Radio.
Say, man, what's happening? It is Tuesday night. I got a good one for y'all. Now, what you want to do, Mike, is turn it to the side. Yeah. And then, yeah, you're doing Facebook, right? Slide it in there, or open it up some more, yeah. And then tighten it down. Okay, and I'm going to give you this cord right here for you to plug into your, so you can get on the stereo sound. Okay, here you go for this one. Here you go. Hold on. Plug that in the bottom of your phone. Hold on, y'all. All righty. Get my man Mike set up. You good? Okay, what we at? Huh? At the bottom right there. Yeah, there you go. All right, y'all, what's going on tonight? It is Tuesday night, man. I know I'm competing with the BET Awards, but, you know, y'all can have that new rap shit anyway. What up, Hugh? Y'all can have that rap shit, man. Y'all can have that shit for the birds. I don't even know what they be saying half the time, no way. But tonight I got a special for you guys. Tonight I have some real education, so get your pens and papers out. Or get your memory on point. If you're smoking weed, stop smoking weed for a little bit because you want to remember some of the stuff I got. In the studio, you guys, I have my man Mike Goodall, who is the person, the man from Select Luxury Motors. And tonight, I got at him about this topic, man, because I thought it would be an interesting topic. What I did was I had him bring a contract over, and we're going to go over the contract line for line. We're going to talk about how to properly purchase a vehicle, a motorcycle, or whatever. Some of the things you need to be asking about and some of the things you need to be looking for and how to read the contract. So that's what we'll be talking about tonight. And we'll be going over all of those stuff. So whatever questions you have as far as what you want to know and different things like that, feel free to ask. What up, Stace? Your shoes is on the way. What up, Hugh? So these are the questions you'll be able to ask tonight. I got the phone line lit up, so if you want to call in. But tonight we'll be going over the proper ways to buy a car, to finance one, if you want, if you want to finance it or, purchase it, or, as far as leasing is concerned, the whole 9 yards. We're going to talk about good interest rates, good credit scores, what all makes a difference when it comes to buying a car or a motorcycle. So this is my man. He's here, took his time out to come. And let me tell you something. I've been telling y'all ever since I've been on the show, ever since you guys have been tuning in, that he is a good dude. And only a good dude would do this because he's actually. You need to put it on Wi-Fi, Mike.
Oh.
Are you on Wi-Fi? Hit the. Don't hit that. Don't hit that. It'll reconnect. Turn the Wi-Fi on. It's coming. It should say the Tillmans.
Hey, come do this.
I do it. Give it here. Hit the Tillmans. I'll give it here. Hold on, y'all. Get my man straight. Just slide it out. Okay. Oh, it should have got short. To connect to Tim without entering it. No, we want to enter the passcode. So we're not tripping. Enter the passcode. Well, I can't. Okay. It say connected, but
Maybe I was logged into YouTube before.
maybe so. Is it on? I mean, I guess it is.
Yeah, looks like I'm in.
Okay, no, we on.
Yeah, I'm in.
All right, so that should
I
stop.
was at your house before. You ain't know.
I know. No. Say, man, let me check these finance paperwork. Make sure ain't no motorcycles and shit going on right here. All right, so we on. But anyway, so I got my man in today, so that's what we'll be getting down today. What else? What's up, Auntie? I see you on there. What up, Grip? And I think this will be a worthwhile thing. So, Mike, introduce yourself. Tell them who you are. Tell them what you do. And we'll get into it from there.
Mike Goodall, Select Luxury Cars. I've been in finance for about 20 years, doing high-end cars, selling and shipping all over the world, setting up finance for people all over the world, doing financing versus leasing. When Sel gave me a call, he just, wanted to go over some particulars. Pretty much every special I put up, he buys. So he's only got like 4 or 5 cars.
Hey, man, I try to, but they be sweet, man. I'm going to pass up those sweet-ass deals,
It's
man.
supposed to be FHO specials, but the president keep buying the
Listen,
cars.
man, I'm going to let y'all buy them, man. I promise you. I'm done now anyway.
But yeah, I've been around the cars and car business for a long time. Took my bumps and bruises and learned a lot of different stuff. So, when Sel called and said, listen, I want to do a car show, I am a biker, so don't play me. I do ride my bike. But, I know a lot about cars, and it was time. We had an incident with a good friend of ours whose family member died, and the bank tried to push the loan onto them. So I helped her out with that.
Was she a co-signer? Well, we're going to get into that too, but was she a co-signer?
No.
So they were just trying to say that somebody got to pay for this loan.
Exactly.
Oh, we're going to get into that. We already know how they go. Player, check this out, player. Fuck you and that loan player. No, but first off, okay, so what got you into the car sales? Because a lot of people have real bad experiences with car salesmen. And why is that?
We known as the shady dudes. We known as the crooks. We known as the, rape your wife and beat your children type business. But with the way the internet is right now, all of that myth of people have about car sales is over, because you can do your financing, you can do your warranties, you can have the car delivered into your driveway and never have to walk into a dealership. And that's what makes my dealership so popular, because people don't have the time or want to sit across the desk and go back and forth for 2 hours.
Yeah.
They want to go on with their life. They want to hit the button and the car show up in their driveway.
Okay.
So, it makes it real easy for me.
But what I'm saying is, I want to get into this part of it. A lot of people have a fear of buying a car because of the dishonesty. The dishonesty of the salesman, and then it's like the price of cars now is so ridiculous. You go into a car lot, you talking about $18,000 to $30,000, $40,000. You're like, dude, what, you know what I'm saying? So where does that come from?
Because the technology is going up. We want our toys as Americans, or as people on the whole. We want our toys. We want our backup cameras. We want our navigations. We want our heated and air-conditioned seats. We want multiple inputs for our phones. That stuff ain't cheap. These cars are getting expensive now.
Yeah.
Your average 3 Series BMW is $40,000 now, where it used to be $22,000.
Wow. So they don't went up that much.
Yeah.
So what makes a good salesman?
For me, you got to be an honest dude.
Yeah.
I mean, the crooks come and go, and they don't last long. But the reason I've been in the business over 20 plus years, and the reason I stay relevant, is because I move with the times. I'm always learning. I'm not scared to, we got some people at the job who, I've been in the car business 30 years. I don't need to learn nothing. Times is changing. If you don't stay with the curve, you're going to fall behind.
Yeah.
And, it just came natural to me selling cars, coming from New York, coming from up north, just natural hustler. And you just flip that into, dealing with people. And if you honest with them, if you genuine with them, I mean, people like you, I'm not. When you called and your dad had a problem, I jumped on it.
Right on
fixed
it. Right on it.
And that's what's going to make that honest. It's going to make you say, you know what? When I'm ready to buy another car, you hear somebody say, "Hey, Sel, I need a car." Call my man, because he just hooked my dad up. My dad had a problem. He jumped on it right away and took care of it. And that's what you do.
So, what is the first thing when it comes to buying a car, a used car? Versus, okay, first let's talk about why buy new versus used. What's the difference? What's the benefits of new versus used?
So if you're going to lease a car, you want to lease it new, because the residual rates of a used car is not as favorable. So you'll actually end up with a higher car note leasing a used car versus leasing a new car.
Pull the mic a little closer, just a little bit.
Right now, leasing is not that favorable unless you own a corporation or company that you can write it off on your taxes. But people don't realize, even my finance customers. So say you buy a car and you buy it under, Marcel Tillman.
Okay.
Now Marcel Tillman can lease that car to FHO Incorporated and still write it off on his taxes.
Okay.
So you don't have to lease that car. You can still finance it and still use it as a write-off for your company.
Okay. So is that something that's just changed, or is that something new?
Yeah, that's something. It's kind of changed. It's kind of changed. Being creative with your, not being illegal, but being creative with your taxes.
Yeah.
And just know that Marcel Tillman can, if your car note is $700, and Marcel Tillman decides to lease his BMW to FHO Incorporated for $1,000.
Okay.
You can do that.
Yeah.
And Marcel Tillman now makes $300 a month on his company.
I got you.
But it all gets written off at the end of the year.
At the end of the year. But so let's get this part though. If I'm a first time buyer, do I want to buy new or do I want to buy used?
You want to buy used. Don't. If you're buying a car, if you're financing a car, if you're paying cash for a car outside of leasing, you decide I'm going to own this car. You don't want to buy a brand new car.
Wow.
Because, and I know back in the day it was you drove around for 2 weeks with your window sticker on, showing people you had that new whip, but that's not it no more. I have CEOs of multi-million-dollar companies who refuse to buy a brand new car. They'll buy that car from me a year old, 2 years old, 5,000 miles on it, because it's already taken that $20,000 depreciation hit. They don't want to be the first ones to take that depreciation anymore.
Yeah.
When they're sitting with their accountant are telling them, buy a year-old car, buy a 2-year-old car. You're getting the same benefits, you're getting the same warranty, but you're not the one taking that first hit out the box.
Okay. So what about a motorcycle when it comes to, let's say, a Harley Davidson?
So it's the same. You have to ask yourself where you are in your life. Am I a 3-year fix up my bike and I'm out onto the next new thing? Or am I investing into my bike, taking my time, and I'm going to keep my bike 10 years? That if I'm a 10-year guy and I'm going to keep my bike, I might buy it new.
Okay.
Because I'm going to invest into this thing. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to baby it.
Okay.
But if I'm, like with cars, the average car guy is a 3-year and out kind of guy.
Okay.
So you never want to buy new, especially if you're doing 3 or 4 years. And the new thing came out, and now I'm on to the next thing.
But so the bikes are a little different though. Is the same? Cause we're gonna get into how to look for it and how to buy it. What are you looking for? But you're saying with the bikes. So if you're gonna put an investment into it, but if you're just getting it for the right now, then you just get you something used because of the depreciation value.
Get you something used. Let somebody else take that depreciation hit. You enjoy the bike. You do your 2 or 3 years with it, and you're moving on to the next person. That's the same thing the guys are doing with these Ferraris, these high-end cars. They're not spending $400,000 for it brand new.
Yeah.
They're spending $275,000 for it.
Okay.
And doing 2 years with it and moving it off for $250,000.
Okay.
Because if you bought that car for $400,000, the minute you drove it off the lot, you lost $100,000.
Wow. So that is a true statement.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a true statement. Another thing with Harley buyers, hanging around you, you become an emotional person.
Yeah.
You know, you see, oh man, Sel got the new with the this on it in his face, and I got to do it too. And you don't walk into a dealership, don't walk into a Harley this, don't walk into a car dealership emotional.
Yeah.
Because it's blood in the water for a salesman.
So leave emotions at the door.
Check your emotions at the door.
Yeah.
Because I can see the fact that your wife trying to be calm, but you chomping at the bit, and I can see it in your eyes. You want this car, so no matter what payment I hit you with, you're gonna say yes to it.
So used, no emotions is where we are so far. First time again on the difference with a motorcycle is that if you're gonna make a worthwhile investment, then you can go and get the new motorcycle, and because you're invested into it. But if you're a 3 or 4 year guy, like you said, just buy used and enjoy it and keep it pushing.
Exactly.
So, what should a person do? What's the preparation a person should do before going to a car lot or a lot to buy a motorcycle or car? What should they do first?
There's so many free credit reports out there.
Okay.
Know your credit before you walk into that dealership, and those free credit reports are not 100% accurate.
Okay.
I'm in the process of buying a new house, and my free credit report says I'm a 780. I know I'm a 720.
Yeah.
But it always shows 40 to 50 points off. Don't ask me why, but that's the way I've seen it.
Okay.
But know your general baseline of credit.
Okay.
Take that general baseline of credit. Take your monthly income. Your car should really only be 7% of your income.
That's okay. So that's the key right there. So when it comes to saying what you can afford, you need to take that whatever 7% of your income, and then that's where that lets you know what you can afford payment wise.
Yeah, and even 7% is high, but people don't want little cars anymore. They don't. I don't want to say little cars, but cheap cars anymore. So
is that what the finance company look at too? They look at 7%, or what do they look at?
Yeah, they'll look. Well, they see. I look at it on a monthly, but the finance company is going to look at your yearly income.
Okay.
Versus your output.
Okay. Income versus outcome.
You should your say you're making $10,000 a month.
Okay.
And you got a $3,000 a month mortgage. You got a motorcycle at $800 a month. And if you start dipping in, by the time you're done, you should still have 40% of that monthly income.
Okay.
Put away.
So if I make $10,000 a month, then $6,000 a month is all I should be spending for all of my expenses.
$6,500 is what you should be spending.
Okay.
Because they want to know that worst case scenario, you have money to fall back on.
Okay.
But also, again, before you walk in that dealership, know where you are in your life.
Okay.
And I try to help my peoples as much as I can, but it's hard sometimes because, your credit score is a 500.
Okay.
Don't come in here and asking me for a $70,000 car, and asking me, hey, well, I got $5,000 down. $5,000 is a lot of money to some people. But when you're looking at a $70,000 car, $5,000 is nothing.
Okay.
You barely covered your taxes with $5,000. So you want to adjust yourself and say, now the flip side of that is people with 700 credit scores. That don't mean you got great credit.
Okay.
I have people with I've gotten people approved on a high end car with 550 credit score.
Yeah.
And someone with a 750 credit score, I couldn't get approved because of that. It's not about your score; it's about your trade lines.
Okay.
Your trade lines are what's important. If you have a 750 credit score, but all you got is a $5,000 credit card on your credit, and you've managed that $5,000 credit card great.
Yeah.
So it gave you a great credit score based on that $5,000.
Okay.
You still can't afford a $50,000 car.
I got you.
But if you have a 550 credit score and you've paid off 3, 4, 5 car loans in your life, you paid off a bike, you may have paid it shaky, but you paid it.
Okay.
A bank is more apt to give that guy that car, that high-end car, than the guy who's a 750 credit score.
Okay.
Because it's not about your score, it's about your trade lines. What's on your credit?
Okay.
What have you done with your credit?
I got a question right here from C1. He says, why can't you buy a brand new car 3 or 4 years old? Where do they go? So I'm guessing he's saying that, like, if you guys don't sell a car, let's just say the 2018s came in and you got like maybe 5 cars on the lot that didn't get sold.
Yeah. Now those are leftovers.
Okay, leftovers.
You can buy a leftover. You're still getting a pretty decent discount, but I would still rather buy it. If it's 2019 right now, I'd rather buy a 20. We're going into 2020.
Okay.
So I don't want to buy a 2019 leftover. I'd rather buy a 2018.
Okay.
Same car, same model, same everything, but I'm saving myself, depending on the car you're buying, anywhere from 25 to 100 grand.
Wow.
If I'm buying that Ferrari, that's $150,000 used, but I know new it was $300,000.
Okay.
You know, you don't want to buy that leftover is nice.
Yeah.
But you're still not getting a great deal.
Because they don't have to give you a deal on the leftover.
The manufacturers give cash to the dealers to help move those leftovers.
Okay.
But it's still a lot of times the dealers are gonna house that cash and not even tell you about it.
Wow. Okay.
Whereas again, a pre-owned car, you can go. Most of my clients, my savvy clients, will go on the internet. They could actually see the route that car been in its life. They can see that I bought it at the auction.
Okay.
They can almost see what I paid for it. And I tell my clients, I said, listen, you looked at the auction prices. You see what these cars are going for. You pretty much know what I paid for it. Give me something where I make a profit, but it's decent for you.
Yeah.
And let's move on with our lives. The dealerships are not making $10,000 profit on these cars anymore.
They're not.
The average BMW, Mercedes, something like that, your dealers are making $2,500 to $3,000 per car.
That's it?
But they're moving 150 cars a month.
I got you.
And they're getting the financing.
Okay.
So it's not that $10,000 markup in. Now, if I'm investing $300,000 in a Wraith,
yeah.
if I'm investing that kind of money in a Wraith, yes, I'm going to make $8,000 profit because I done invested $250,000. So if I can't make $8,000 or $10,000 profit, it wasn't worth me doing it.
Okay.
But on a $30,000 BMW, like your BMW, I got you.
Yeah.
Well, for you, it was no markup.
Yeah.
But, the average markup on a $30,000 car is about $2,500, $2,800. That's it.
So when it comes to, because see, this is all interesting. I appreciate you for doing this because, like I said, don't come in emotional. Keep your emotions in check.
Yes.
So the dealers, the salesmen, they play off of it. You're saying that this is an actual, they play off the emotion.
I can see when you, no matter what, you have that look in your eyes, no matter what I say, you're going to say yes to it. They're going to feed on that.
So wouldn't that be considered a crooked practice where you can give me the car for $20,000, but you sell it to me for $24,000?
It's not a crooked practice. It's
the nature of the beast.
That helmet you bought.
Yeah.
That's a $300 helmet.
They sold it to me for $800.
Exactly. It's a marketplace. It's a marketplace.
Yeah.
Now you can't. Some of my cars on my lot I can negotiate, but some of my cars on my lot the prices are set and there is no negotiation. I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
So our lot is a little different than the average car lot you go on, because the average car lot you go on, you can negotiate, you can break them down a little bit, but me being an internet dealership and selling all over the world instead of settling to just my Marietta market where the dealership is a totally different thing, because that guy in California who has to pay $1,000 to ship it to him still has to know he's going to save $5,000.
Okay.
As opposed to buying it in California or the Texas guy. So we market ourselves a little differently. And it's been working for
Look at Ken Barner talking about that bike you bought, talking about History in Motion, was a $50K bike, but I didn't pay no 50. I damn near paid 50. Shout out to my man Ken Barner from Quantico, Harley Davidson, man, a real good dude, man. Quantico, Stonewall, and Old Dominion Harley Davidson, he owns all three. And if you're looking for a motorcycle up that way, DMV, Virginia area, Maryland, hit him up, man. Ken Barner is the owner. Tell him Big Sale sent you.
Yeah, Sal got his bike for like $4,500.
Yeah, I'm talking about. I wish. I wish. I just thought about that shit the other day when I sent her the goddamn payment. I sure could have kept them little chippers, man. But what up, Violator? So there really is. So is that because the game done changed as far as the profit margins or whatever?
Profit margins are not the same anymore.
Yeah.
Back in the late 80s, early 90s, or even the late 90s when I got into the car business. I got in the car business in 97.
Yeah.
Because that chick over there got pregnant.
Yeah.
I had to do something with myself.
Okay.
Profit margins was huge. We were making,
yeah.
It was like dope dealer money back then.
Wow.
But it's the internet has changed the game.
Okay.
Because customers can research, and before the internet, the average, your parents live in Covington.
Okay.
So when they're ready to buy a car, they're going to shop at that Covington dealership.
Okay.
But with the onslaught of internet, they don't have to shop at that Covington dealership.
Okay.
They can order that car in Texas and have it to their house in 48 hours.
Yeah.
So with that happening, dealers had to say, we got to cut our margins to keep these people coming to us.
Keep competitive.
And so if, I can't do an $8,000 markup on a basic car.
Yeah.
Because nobody will call my dealership.
Okay.
Because you right now sitting on with that laptop on your lap, you can be searching anywhere in the world. So you can bypass your local guy.
Wow.
So I have to make my stuff marketable. I have the pricing is not there. There's some cars where we literally, and customers don't believe me, but we make $600.
Wow.
$600 markup. And there's cars that are after 90 days has been sitting on our lots. We'll lose $2 or $3 grand, but you got to do it.
Yeah.
To keep that metal rolling.
Okay. So no emotions. Don't buy new if you don't have to, if you don't want. I mean, if that's not, the best thing to do is buy used.
Keep your trade. Know your trade lines.
Know your trade line. Now, when it comes to a down payment,
okay,
I think a down payment is a scam.
I don't want to say it's a scam.
Okay.
But you want to, if you get a good enough interest rate, you'll never have to put money out of your pocket.
Okay.
Save that money to go on vacation with. Save that money to do anything else you want with. If you're getting a, 3% interest rate, a 3.5 interest rate, your bank, that money sitting in your bank will do better for you.
Okay.
Than giving it to the dealer.
Okay.
So if you're comfortable with that monthly payment, there's no reason to put $10,000, $15,000 out of your bank account. It's not worth it. That money can do better for you sitting in the bank than sitting in that car dealership.
Yeah.
Now, there are some banks that, will say, hey, we'll approve him, but with this amount down because we're only allowing him this amount of money.
Okay.
So you're going to have to put down a payment. But if you don't have to, I would say no.
Well, one thing I try to do, man, for me, everything I've ever purchased, I don't want to, motorcycles or nothing. I don't want to put down no down payment. If I got to put down down payment, don't worry about it. I don't need it. And I try to get them to, understand that and to work that into the whole purchase, of the vehicle. You understand what I'm saying? So
that's very true. I mean, I don't put down payments.
Yeah.
I don't, because my credit can hold it.
Yeah.
I don't buy over my means.
Okay.
I know between me and Brooklyn's motorcycle and the house and other things we want to do, I don't overextend myself on a car. I mean, I've seen people who have an $800 a month apartment, but a $1,500 car note.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Ass backwards.
And I try to help my peoples like that, but some people, they want to live way above their means. And it's because of what we're looking at, Instagram and Facebook, and everybody's flossing out of control.
Okay.
So they feel like, I got to get on this bandwagon.
Yeah. Okay. So I walk into the dealership, I did my research, that this car is about $21,000. Okay, that's what the average price of this car is, about $21,000.
Okay.
That's with all the bells and whistles. I walk in there, my credit score is a let's just say I'm at a 602. I'm at a 602 credit score. My debt to ratio is decent. It's not out of whack. It's good. Mm-hmm. 602 credit score. The car is 21 average. I come in there, you have one listed at 23. Let's say you got it at 23.7. What do I have to do to get you down to 21?
It depends on options on that car, because I might have that $21,000 car, but it doesn't have the nav you're looking for. It doesn't have the backup camera, and that's why I was able to buy it cheaper at the auction than the ones that have the more options to it.
Okay.
So when you walk in there, everybody's first initial instinct is to look for a discount.
Okay.
And again, there is no more $8,000 discounts on these cars unless you're buying a super high-end car. But that average $20,000 to $30,000 car, if you can get yourself a $1,500 to $800 discount, you're actually doing very well.
Okay. So if you can knock $1,500 to $800, anywhere between $800 and $1,500 off the sticker price or
the asking price of the car.
The asking price of the car.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between the sticker price and asking price?
Well, sticker price is new car stuff.
Okay.
That's, we deal with used cars, so the sticker price is what I paid for it at the auction.
Okay.
And then a lot of times what people don't understand is I might have paid $20,000 at the auction, but now I got auction fees, I got shipping to the dealership, I have service department because now I got to put tires on it, I got to do an oil service on it. So that $20,000 car I bought has now become a $24,000 car. So I got to sell it for $26,000.
26, 27.
But you see that dealership who buys that car. Now there's a dealership up the street from us.
Okay.
Who will buy their cars at the auction. They'll buy the same car I buy for $20,000 and put it right on their lot for $21,000 or $22,000.
But it's you get.
And they haven't done anything. So you come to my dealership and you go, hey, those guys up the street got that same car for $3,000 less. But they don't have new brakes. They don't have new tires. They don't have service.
Yeah.
They're selling you that as is car. And if you're a mechanic and you're comfortable with that, God bless.
Yeah.
But the average person doesn't want to spend $20,000.
And they got to go to the shop.
Exactly.
So that was a question on here. My man Scoop from Scoop New England 162 was asking, Mike, does your business have a service department as well? Yes, it does.
We have a service department.
Full-fledged service department.
When Cell's dad had a problem with his Benz, we got it up, got the tow truck, grabbed it, picked it up, handled it, towed it right back to his house.
No issues, no nothing. So trust me. And that's why I tell you guys, even on the show when I do the commercial, matter of fact, I'm going to drop the commercial right now, that Mike is not a car salesman. He's actually a good dude. And every car on this lot, you guys have like a certification and all that. So what does all that mean when you say certified, pre-owned? What is all that?
Basically, we've done ours is a 112-point inspection.
Okay.
So
do they really do 112-point inspection?
Yes, they do. We actually do. We check the windows up and down. We check the sunroofs. We check the radios. We check the knobs. We check the brakes, the tires, the transmission. Now that, like I was still telling you about that other dealership, they don't do that 121-point inspection. They buy it, put it on their lot, sell it, take it or not.
Yeah.
And that's the way they are. And it's hard when you're competing with a guy like that who's a crook.
Yeah.
Because he's not taking care of his cars, but he's claiming himself to be his car as good as mine. Mm. So I usually tell people, because
like even when I got the Benz, when I came to got the Benz, you say, hey, it's gonna need tires. Everything that you guys did, you showed, but you say, hey, we didn't do this because hey, we're leaving that up to the salesman, but you're gonna need tires, and you gave us estimated time, and you can't be mad about that.
No,
we had no surprises, none. It was nothing. Everything that you ever done, whatever you said it needed. Whatever you said was done the whole 9 yards. So
now I'll sell a friend a car and tell him, listen, I'm selling to you cheap because you got to put brakes on it.
Okay.
I'm selling to you cheap because you got to put tires on it.
Okay.
Now, do you want me to do it? That price is going up.
Okay.
And I'll lay that ball in your court.
Yeah.
But I'll let that person know ahead of time what they're getting.
That part. So, baby, we're going to take a commercial break. Matter of fact, this is my man Mike commercial. This is his shop. This is his business, man. So let's get it.
Select Luxury Cars, proud sponsor of the FHO Podcast live show. The most diverse luxury vehicle selection in the greater Atlanta area. The highest quality customer service and unmatched nationwide pricing. Contact Mike Goodall at 678-855-2292 to schedule your appointment today. Select Luxury Cars, trusted family dealer since 1994.
Say, man, as always, y'all already know my man Mike Goodall. Hit him up, man. 678-855-2292. from high, medium to low. He got you, man. Whatever you're looking for, give him a call. Like he said, they buy worldwide, they ship worldwide. And I'm telling you, you're buying quality from a good dude. He ain't going to tell you no lie. If it ain't on it, it ain't on it. If it's messed up, it's messed up. So it is what it is, man.
Eco One, the superior eco-friendly motorcycle and auto detailing spray. Eco One super wetting and low foaming polymer technology cleans by flowing underneath the dirt particles and lift them away from the surface. All you need to do is spray, wipe, and watch the amazing shine appear. All of this is done with very little time and effort, but the results look like you spent all day waxing your vehicle. Eco One. Don't ride dirty.
Say, man, ECO1motorsport.com is the website. Hit them up. My man Eco Stoke, Eco Shorty, they got you, or you can call them at 323-456-ECO1. 323-456-ECO1. Tell them FHO Big Sale sent you. Discount, free shipping. You never know. It goes down. So I'm back with my man Mike Goodall, man, and we're here. We're talking about how to purchase a car, what to look for, the different things that matter and what don't matter. We just talked about the down payment. We just talked about you want to buy used over new, and the reason why was the depreciation right off the rip. You want somebody else to take that hit, not you. And we talked about different things. We're going to get into now as far as your trade-ins and what to look for when it comes to a new car. Matter of fact, I got a list. So purchasing a new car, we kind of did that already. Leasing versus financing. One of the biggest keys Mike gave us earlier is do not go to a car dealership with your emotions. He said it's like blood in a water full of sharks, and the salesman will eat that. And so I asked Mike, why would a salesman sell your car higher than what he has to sell your car? And it's just the nature of the beast.
If he sees he can get it, he's gonna get it. If right now, the average person can look on the internet and see your sale price. But we do catch those people who hasn't looked on the internet and looking at that car, and I see that car is, it's on my internet for $24,000, but I know you haven't seen it on my internet.
Okay.
I will go right on my phone while I'm talking to you and raise that thing to $28,000 and be like, yeah, here, look at this. This is the price.
Wow.
If I see that you that hungry, emotional.
But it's business.
It's business.
So now he just gave y'all some game now. Yeah, he just gave you some game now. He said, now why the car is 24, but you in this, you mouth watering and shit, eyes big, I'm talking about, pockets on fat. This the car you want and you don't eat it. So like he said, right, he's sitting there talking to you. The car just went up on the internet from 24 to 28, man. You know what I'm saying? So and a lot of people would consider that to be a dishonest practice. It's just business.
It's not really dishonest. It's business.
Yeah.
When you bought your refrigerator, they marked it up on you.
Yeah.
When you bought this couch, we see all this stuff.
Oh yeah, they did. They did market my shit.
Paid.
Yeah.
It's business.
Yeah.
And if I can buy low and sell high, that's the American way.
Okay.
Now, one of the things you do want to do when you walk in that dealership, don't walk in there cold and don't walk in there acting cocky. Be a friend. Because if me and you build a friendship, now I'm going to want to take care of you.
Okay.
If you walk in there on some rah-rah and, my pockets is deep and I'm a rapper and blah, blah, I'm going to get you.
Yeah.
Because now you're acting stupid, so I'm going to get you.
Okay.
But if you walk in there and we start kicking it and we find common grounds and we become somewhat of friends in that transaction, I'm gonna take care of you.
Okay.
I'm gonna feel a kindred spirit to you, and I'm gonna want to take care of you.
So, is there a bottom line dollar that, like you said, that the car cannot? I don't care if I cannot sell it for lower than this.
It depends on how long that car's been on my lot. If I've been, we pay floor plan. We pay a bank monthly. On all of that, I got $5.5 million inventory sitting on there.
Yeah.
So I got to move this metal.
Okay.
The bank is coming.
Okay.
And he want his payment.
Yeah.
So I got to move this metal to pay this bank man. So, if cars get to 30 days, you start to panic.
Okay.
You don't panic, but you start to worry. Come 60 days, it's like, okay, it's time to drop this price down to cost and get rid of it. At 90 days, you may decide, you know what? Let me take a $2,000 loss on this thing and just get it out of here.
So would that be something to say, hey man, show me something that you done had on the lot 60, 90 days?
You don't want to ask him that.
You don't want to ask him that.
But I have a customer, and he's become very good friends of the dealership. We actually call him Uncle Jerry He's not anybody's uncle. He's just a cool dude who hangs around the dealership.
Okay.
But he's on the internet and he knows my inventory. And he'll look at my inventory and go, Mike, I see that's coming up on 60 days. What you gonna do? And he'll throw an offer at me, which I may not take right away.
Yeah.
But he ain't pressed because he got 3 or 4 cars sitting in his garage. So he'll call me in 90 days. You ready?
Yeah.
And I'll be like, come on, man, come get it. And he gets me every time. I've never made a profit on him.
Wow.
Never.
Never.
But he's a smart dude and he knows how to, he watches those cars.
Okay. So I can't just walk in and say, man, show me what you got this at 90 days.
I ain't going to tell you.
Yeah.
You know, now, again, if I start to build that relationship with you, like with you, yo, Sal, man, it's been here a minute. I got to get rid of this thing. You know somebody who wants it, and all of a sudden you want it.
Yeah. Go stop that. I got to buy me one more car, though. I do got to buy me one more car.
Sal got like 8 cars sitting in his parking lot, y'all. I'm telling you right now.
Don't believe the hype, man. I wish I did, bro. Yeah.
But, you know.
So you just got to be able to know how to watch the inventory and be patient.
Yeah. You got to watch them. Don't be that emotional buy. If you need a car to get to work, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But if you don't need it right now, if you can watch it and say, hey, you know, I'm keeping an eye on this thing, and you may run the risk of losing it.
Yeah.
That happens. But that's that emotion part that doesn't kick in. Say, all right, well, that one's gone. You know, let me watch this one over here now.
Okay.
You know, because most people, they see that shiny red thing sitting on them chromey things, and their emotions go, ooh.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I mean, for a lot of people, too, you open up a, you know, I open it up, man, to smell that fresh leather. You like, you know, when you just see the new gadget, the new cars, they fuck with you, man. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. You open up the door on the new cars and the leathers and the shit going on and the shit, man, I gotta have
emotional.
It. I gotta have this, man.
Pull your emotion and be prepared to be able to walk away from that car.
Period.
Now, it may be the perfect thing. The flip side of that is if you know it's the perfect car. If this is the color I want, if it's the interior I want, if it's got the options I want, it's got the mileage right, and it may be priced $2,000 or $3,000 higher, don't cut off your nose and spite your face.
That part.
Especially if you're financing it, because $3,000 more, you're probably talking $30 in your payment.
Wow. What's the website again? Let me put it on the website.
Select.
Yeah.
Luxury.com. So
selectluxury.com is the website for whoever's relaxing.
Yeah. So don't be scared. Don't dig your feet in the sand and say, you know, I know it's the perfect car, but I want to pay 25, not 28. You're going to run the risk of losing that perfect car
For $3,000.
Exactly.
And might not be able to find it again.
And then, you know, I get that call. Man, that car's gone. Can you get me another one?
Yeah.
I'll call the used car factory and make you another one. And that's exactly what I say to them.
Yeah, that's what you say to them.
Don't be scared to spend that little bit of extra money if it's the perfect car. Now, new car is different because you can walk on a Toyota lot and there's 30 of the same car.
Yeah, same add-ons,
same everything. And if they don't have it, they'll pull it in from another dealership. Used cars are different, especially when you're dealing with Mercedes, Porsches, BMWs, the stuff that I deal with. The Ferrari,
Rolls Royces, Bentleys, Maybachs.
But the rates have went up. Average rate right now is about 4%. Realistically, you're not going to get much under 4%. But I have seen some people get 3.75. But your average rate that's going to be out there right now on financing a 72-month loan is about 4.25.
4.25.
Yeah.
So if I'm paying 15-16%, I'm dead in the water.
Well, like my guy today, we had to put him out at 14.75.
Yeah.
But that's because of where his credit was, and
you.
he wanted that car.
Yeah.
You know. So, and I don't look down on nobody or where they are. Some people's been through a heavy divorce. Some people's been through death in their family, or their family members have been sick, and I try to help them. You know, I'm not that dude who's just going. First of all, understand this. The banks nowadays will only let you mark up 2 points. 2 points maximum. So know this. If you got if a dealership hits you with a 7% interest rate, realistically they're probably buying that money for 5%.
Okay.
and I'm giving up a.
He just gave up a major trade. Yeah, he just gave up.
Not supposed to.
Yeah, he just gave up a major trade. Message. Matter of fact, let me. He just gave up a major secret, man.
Yeah.
So for example, what you just said. So the bank can approve you at 5%, but the dealership tell you came in at 7%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the average bank will allow you to do a 2% markup.
Okay.
So, if you see somebody out there at 17% interest rate, the dealership is not doing 5% on,
okay.
They're making 2 points.
2 to 3 points, man.
They don't 3 points. The national average is 2-point markup.
That's it.
And depending on the deal, some banks say you can only have 1% markup.
Okay.
So there's not major markup. You can negotiate your interest rate a little bit. Know that, guys, but you can't negotiate it a lot because the max markup is 2%.
Wow. It's still a game. 2% is 2%. Hell.
Yeah. So if a guy comes to you and says, hey, I got you approved, you're 6%, tell him, listen, go back to the bank and get me 5%. You don't want to rip the dealership because they got to make money.
Yeah.
So if I make 1 point on you, I made a little something.
So how did the dealership make money off the loan, off the interest rate?
So I get say you're financed a $20,000 car.
Okay.
And I get 2% markup on that $20,000.
Okay.
So that back end is my money. That 2% I make on $20,000.
Okay.
The dealership makes on top of whatever warranty we sell you. So I may only make $600 selling you the car.
Okay.
But by the time I do the warranty and by the time I do the interest rate, that whole deal may be a $3,000 deal for me.
I got you.
So I can sell you the car cheap. And a lot of times the dealer, I'll say to a guy, listen, I'll give you that $2,000 discount you're looking for, but you have to finance with us and you're buying this warranty. And if he says no, then all right, then we're going back to the regular price.
Wow. Okay. Because you're going to make it on the back end.
Exactly.
So when we talked about the down payment, when the finance company approve a deal, let's just say they approve the deal without a down payment, but you go to the guy and say, hey, you got the deal approved, but you need $3,000 down. Is that?
They can't rip that money. They can't because it's going to reflect in your contract. Let me grab this.
Yeah, we brought a contract, ladies, and we're going to go over the contract line for line.
In your contract, and this is a really long contract because it breaks down a lot, but the top part is really what you want to look for. It's going to show me my term.
I'll read it. Go ahead.
It's going to show me my term.
Okay.
It's going to show me my interest rate.
So when it says, hold on, truth in lending disclosure.
That's a truth in lending. So this contract is a full truth in lending disclosure.
Okay.
So in here, it's going to show me my interest rate that I'm charging you, that I'm being paid on it.
Okay.
It's going to show me my...
This shows what the dealership interest rate is?
What your interest rate is.
What my interest rate, okay.
So if you have a 7% interest rate, it's going to show there on that paperwork.
Okay.
7%. It's going to show that 7% over 5 or 6 years is going to show how much your finance charges are. Okay. So now I know if I keep this car for 5 years and I make all of these payments, that's how much I've paid.
Over the price of the car.
Over the price of the car.
Okay.
That's going to show me my amount financed.
Okay.
That's what I'm financing. And over here, it's going to show your money down. And there's no point. You can't lie on your money down. So if you give me $3,000, I have to show it there.
Yeah.
Because if you don't see it there on that contract, you know you're being taken advantage of.
Okay. So let me go over this. So on this contract we're looking at, ladies and gentlemen, y'all probably can't see it, but I just at least want to show it to you. I don't know if you can see these blocks right here, what we're talking about. So these are the most important blocks on the contract.
Yes.
The top part, the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks.
Yeah.
Annual percentage rate.
Your annual percentage rate.
Yeah. That is what the percentage that you're paying for the loan.
Yes.
The finance charge, which is the total of the percentage
charges,
amount.
Yes. Your finance charges that you're getting charged
times
for that,
your monthly.
Times the,
so if it's this is say if it's 10%, it'd be 10% times 72.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
And then the amount financed, which is the car itself.
The car, the amount financed with your taxes and everything else in it.
Oh, so that's the car. So the car is $21,000 plus taxes plus.
That will be written there.
Okay. And then the total of payments, which is the monthly payment.
However, your monthly payment times 72 months, times 60 months.
And then total sale price. That's everything added over here?
Yes.
So why does it have $2?
Because one of them is going to be your money down and no money down.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I said they can't take your $3,000 because it's going to show there. And if you don't see it there, you know there's a problem.
Okay. So why is it, for example, and people, this happened to me too. Why is it that you're selling me the bike for $22,000? I put down $4,000, but then the finance come back to $26,000.
Well, because people aren't factoring in your taxes, factoring in your doc fee. We have a $7.99 doc dealer fee that we add onto the car, and that dealer fee is added to every single car, and it's basically the cost of doing. It's the cost of keeping the lights on in the building for me.
Okay.
I have to make some profit somewhere.
Okay.
So that's going to be a steady stream of profit. And if you buy a bike, you buy a car, you buy a jet ski, and they tell you, and you see that dealer fee or that doc fee, and they tell you it's something else, it's profit. It's profit for the store. It's the cost of doing business and keeping these lights on and selling some of these cars at losses and selling. You know,
it kind of like it washes its way out. The losses cover. Yeah,
exactly. That doc fee covers my losses, covers, when something happens to one of the cars, covers if a window breaks in the building. It's the cost of doing business.
The doc fee.
Yeah.
Okay. So the bike was $21,000. I put down $4,000. That means I should have been paying $17,000.
No.
But when the deal come back, it's $26,000.
You had $21,000 plus your taxes.
Okay.
So you got, say, $1,800 in taxes.
Okay.
Then you got your doc fee, your dealer fee. Then you got your motor vehicle. So that $21,000 car is probably going to leave out of there about $25,000.
Okay.
Less your $4,000.
So we back at 21.
Exactly.
That's why I don't put down no money ever. Fuck that. I ain't put down nothing.
And I'm agreements without putting down money. Putting down money is not, And I see my homegirl from church. She says, can you negotiate the doc fee?
I was just going to ask that too.
So I can't negotiate the doc fee because it's pre-printed on the contract. But what I've done for clients is I'll say, hey,
for me,
this car is sell pay the doc fee. But I said to sell, this car is $21,800.
You waived the doc fee on one of the sales.
I didn't waive it. I just discounted the price of the car by the amount of the doc fee.
By the amount, that's what it is.
Because that doc fee is pre-printed on the contract.
Period.
So if I'm selling you the car at $21,799 plus my doc fee, but then you negotiate it, say, hey, come on, man, waive the doc fee for me, I'll buy the car. And now I have to sell you the car at 21
instead of the $799.
Yeah. It's because that doc fee is pre-printed, so the actual price of the car now becomes 21 plus the doc fee. We're back at $21,799.
Gotcha.
So I didn't waive because it's illegal for me
to waive the doc fee.
To cross off or waive a doc fee. That's something that's pre-printed on a contract.
Wow.
Because if I do it for you, everybody I've ever sold a car to can come back and sue me, and now I got to give them back their money.
So if and that's something that's pre-printed already on.
That's pre-printed on contracts already.
So what else we got on this? We got trade-ins. Let's talk about trade-ins. How does that work?
So understand this, guys. You're bringing me a car to buy. I'm buying your car. You want to represent, you guys, I see on my Facebook right now, my man James, he does detailing. He does high-end detailing for cars. When you're bringing your car in to sell me, before you bring it to a detailer. Clean up the coffee stains. Take the French fries out the back seat. Clean the steering wheel. Because when I'm buying your car.
Yeah.
Remember I said don't buy on emotions?
Yeah.
If I get in your car and I don't want to touch the steering wheel and the cup holder is disgusting, that's my emotions.
Wow.
And that's how I'm going to pay for that car.
Wow.
I'm going to get in that car and I'm going to have this face on like, oh, this is... And I've been in cars like that. Women, I love y'all. I love women. But y'all keep the worst cars I've ever seen in my life.
That part.
Women keep the worst, the nastiest cars I've ever seen. It's always been a woman. And she'll bring me her trade in, and I don't even want to sit in it, much less do anything. But I have to drive it. I got to see how it drives. I got to see how it shifts. I got to see the brakes. But while I'm in this car, I'm feeling skeeved out, and I'm going to put a price on it based on my emotions.
Wow.
So Bring me your car that's clean.
Spend a little $100, $200 to get it fully detailed. Go and spend that before you trade it in.
Spend that. You can get
the motor cleaned up and all.
You can get a good detail for $60, $70.
Yeah.
You know, and get a good cleaning of your car before you bring it to me. Understand this. When you bring your trade in, the average person went on KBB and they say, hey, my car's worth $25,000. Okay, your car's worth $20,000 based on what KBB is saying. You need tires. You haven't serviced this car in 2 years. Your transmission is slipping. You need brakes. Your car is not worth what KBB is saying. Call KBB and tell them to give you a check.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen. So if you're going to bring me that car in its best light. Now, I have had customers who say, hey, my car is great, but I need tires. Or service is coming due in a month.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll base my trade-in on, okay, I'm taking this car in, but I know I got to spend $800 in tires.
Okay.
Bring me your car in your best light. That's all I'm saying.
But this is my thing. This is what I would say. I'm going to add this. And before I bring you a car, I'm going to get it fully, I'm going to go and spend the $150, $200 to get it fully detailed. Engine, you know. So that $200 might make a difference that you negotiating $500 or $1,000 more on the trade-in. So yeah, that's another good jewel, man. He just dropped on you guys. Before you do a trade-in, do a full detail. Take the car to a detail shop, a detail professional, have them detail the inside, the interior, the outside, the motor, and that way when you pull up, like he said, your car is in the best light possible.
Because I'm buying your car, just like you're buying mine, and when you come on my lot, you want to see the Carfax. You want to lift the hood. You want to see the trunk. You want to smell inside the car. I'm buying your car. I want to do the same thing.
Somebody said, explain to some about loan value on a trade-in.
It's not, well, loan value on used cars. The bank has what's called a LTV. That's a loan to value ratio.
Okay.
So the average market on this car may be $80,000 for this, Mercedes. But the bank says, we're not loaning you. Now, that's also based on your credit, because some banks will go 120% over loan value.
Okay.
So even though that car only books for $80,000, the bank may give you $100,000 because your credit is where it is.
Because it's a used car.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
but now on the flip side of that, where your credit, the bank may say, it's an $80,000 value, but we're only going to loan you $60,000 because your loan to value doesn't line up with your credit.
Okay.
So it's going to be a case by case basis based on that person's credit, where I'm able to get 100% financing for one person. But
is it harder to finance a used car over a new car?
No, not nowadays. Nowadays, and I'm going to drop another jewel on you that's going to hurt me in the long run, but I'm going to give it to you. Cap One has a company now. Cap One, you can go online, and it's called Dealer Navigator. Dealer Navigator will allow you to go onto my inventory, pick a car, pick your interest rate, pick your payments, pick your money down, and then hit enter. And then on my computer at work, I see Marcel Silman's Dealer Navigator. He's already approved. His interest rate is this. He doesn't have to put money down. And their bank only pays me $250. That's it.
That's it.
So those people walk in here like they strutting my dealership like a peacock. Not thinking I'm going to get them. Yeah. And they pull out that Dealer Navigator and go, ha! And I'm like, oh, God.
So your profit...
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
So dealernavigator.com.
It's Capital One.
It's called Capital One.
Go on Capital One and click on Dealer Navigator.
Hey man, he just dropped Major Jewel, man.
And I'm gonna give you one more site.
Hold on. Let me do this first.
CapitalOne.com.
CapitalOne.com. Capital. Hold on, I gotta spell capital. CAPI. Capital. CapitalOne.com.
My little brother Los is on here. I taught him how to sell cars. What's up, Los?
Dealer Navigator. Okay.
Now, there's another one called Lightstream. Lightstream is part of SunTrust.
Okay.
before you go buy that, find the car you want. You know, you go on Lightstream.com. The nice thing about Lightstream is it's not when you do a car loan, the bank actually owns your car.
Okay.
It's because it's property. So the bank owns that property until you pay it off. With Lightstream, they don't own the property. They just give you a loan, an amount of money. So say you want to buy this 50.
So whatever you buy you own it, you just got to pay back the loan.
Yeah. It's a personal loan. It's not a car loan.
I got you.
Lightstream.com is a subsidiary of SunTrust.
How do you spell Lightstream? Is it L-I-T-E or L-I-G-H-T?
L-I-G-H-T.
L-I-G-H-T.
And they can Google it, you know, because Cell probably might spell it wrong. But you can Google Lightstream, bank loans or personal loans, because it really is, it's a personal loan. So when I get approved through a Lightstream for $50,000, that within 24 hours, that $50,000 is in your bank account. Now I can walk into a dealership and write my personal check. Here you go. And
so I wonder what happens if they give you $50,000 for a car and you don't use it. I guess it don't matter to them. They don't give a fuck.
It's not. They
don't give a fuck
because it's not a car loan.
It's a loan, so they don't care. Okay.
Yeah, it's a cool system. They have great interest rates, and again, it's not a car loan. It's a loan. So and they have that money in your account within 24 hours. Yeah. So people come in and they write it. I call Lightstream. Yep, they're approved. Their money's in that account. They can write me a personal check. Boom, and they're moving on with their car.
So why would you have to call Lightstream if it's not there yet, or is it?
No, because I just need to know that you have that system approval with them.
Okay.
You know, and that you're approved up to this amount. You know, it's not. Again, it's not.
But if it's in my bank account, you can check with my bank, can't you?
If it's not it's not. People get funny.
Okay.
You know, you put it in your bank account and move it to a different account. Come on, man. We in the world.
They say, can you use Lightstream for a motorcycle?
That I don't know, but I would try it.
Yeah.
I would definitely think about it.
Well, but if they're giving you a personal loan,
they're giving you a personal loan, so I would say yes.
Yeah,
I would say yes.
Yeah, you can use the money for whatever you want to use it for.
Because it's not a collateral loan.
Yeah.
It's a personal loan, and it's a very good system they have, and they approve you. They approve you within a couple hours. Yeah. And within that next day, that money's already in your bank account, so you can walk into a Harley dealership and stroke a check.
Wow.
You already know your interest rates, your payments, and everything, so you don't have to deal with. Oh God. What you want to do before you walk into my dealership is secure the bag. Secure your loan. It sucks that I'm saying this because 90% of my income is finance. I'm a finance manager. So when people come in with their USA loan, you know, the military guys or the Navy federal guys who's been in the military, they come in with that loan already in their hand saying, hey, this is the amount I'm approved for. I'm going to go pick a car. I don't need your interest rate because USA has already done it for me.
Yeah.
I don't make any money that way.
Yeah.
But it helps that customer because he's already secured his bag.
Already. Hold on. Let me see. We got a caller calling.
Call from
Thanks.
to accept, press.
Are you calling about the show, caller?
Yes, sir. I'm calling about the show.
State your name. Where you calling from?
Thanks. It's FHO patch holder.
Oh, what up, Stacks? What's happening, baby? What you got for me? What you got?
What's up, brother?
Question is, what happens when you get pre-approved for a loan for a car, and you go in and pick a car, and you see another car for the same price? What comes the dealer won't let you switch the car out? They tell you can't buy that car.
You've already purchased that car, or you haven't taken delivery yet?
No, I haven't taken delivery. This is what happens. Called in and gave me a pre-approved loan. Mm-hmm. Pre-approved. Go in, give my identification, run my credit and all that stuff again, and they say, okay, you're approved for, let's say, $40,000 or $50,000. Now, you get to go out there and pick the car that you want. You see one for, let's say, $30,000.
why you can't buy the car for $30,000 just because you're approved for $50,000. They won't let you buy one like that.
That's the dealer. The dealer's trying to push you into a car that has more profit for himself, as opposed to, you know, and they'll blame it on the bank. Oh, the bank says you got to have this car. No, they didn't. And that's why I say secure the bag before you walk in that dealership, because it gives you that negotiating power. If you went on Lightstream and you've gotten your loan for $50,000, or you went on Cap One Dealer Navigator and you've picked that car and you've secured that loan, you can walk in there strutting like a peacock, because now that dealer can't tell you anything. You're going to come in there and do what you want to do within reason. I mean, you're going to act crazy, but you can say, all right, I don't want that car. I want that car. You know, and I've had customers who've left me deposits on a Bentley, but walked in and saw a Ferrari and was like, let's switch my loan to that. And we do it for them. So if they're telling you you can't, that's because they're pushing you into a car that makes more money for them.
That's good, Stack.
Thank you.
Stack, let me ask you this, Stack. Let me ask you this, Stack. What do you think about this show tonight?
Yeah. Well, I think it's very informative. It tells you a lot about buying cars and how you can spend your money. I think the show is very knowledgeable about what we didn't know about buying and selling or purchasing vehicles.
I appreciate
trades and all that.
I appreciate that.
That's what I say, man. My thing of it, man, is I hope that people. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I hope that people really appreciate what Mike is doing and what we put together to make happen, man. Because a lot of people would not do this, man. I don't give a damn. They just wouldn't do it. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I was asking you that, brother.
Right.
Well, and
yeah, you giving out some good knowledge, man. Because now when I go back to the dealer and buy me another car, I'm gonna give them hell. I'm giving them hell.
Hey, and for all my all my Facebook people who's looking at me right now, and all my FHO people, I'm always available to, I have friends or family members around the country who call me and say, hey, I'm sitting in front of this salesman. And I say, hand him the phone. And I'll start to go to work on him for you. Yeah. So I'm available.
Listen now. He not telling you no lie. We call, he says, let me run the Carfax. Let me run the information on it. Good car, bad car, don't fuck with it. I mean, he's 100%. And I wasn't even buying it from him. Buying it from somebody else. So that, again, man, that's the thing. So when it comes to trade-in, make sure you go get the car detail first. Period. Hands down.
And try to, again, you're selling me a product.
Okay.
Try to, if it needs tires or one of the things you don't want to do is hide something from me and then I find it. I've had clients, one of the biggest fights we had in a dealership was with a young lady who was trading in her BMW. And one of the things we say, before you drive 6, 7, 8 hours to come to Atlanta, has your car have any paintwork on it? Now, her car hadn't been in an accident, but it's been painted from somebody keyed down the side of the car.
Okay.
So her whole driver's side from front to back was painted.
Okay.
And that's why I don't use the word accident.
Okay.
Has your car had any paintwork or damage on it? No, my car is clean. There's nothing wrong with my car. Okay, if I don't have to put anything into your car when you get here, I'm going to give you $35,000 for your car. Okay, great. She drives in. The first thing I do is we have what's called a paint meter. A paint meter is going to tell me the difference of factory paint versus added paint to the car.
Wow.
So I put the paint meter on the car, on the front fender, and I'm like, whoa. Your average car reads 5.5 to 6. That's factory paint.
Okay.
Now I've seen, some cars, Bentleys read a little thicker. They read 7.
Okay.
But when you start seeing 8.5s and 9s and 10s and 11s, there's been paint added to this car.
Okay.
Her car all the way down the side read 13.
Damn.
So I said to her, you told me this car has never been damaged, never had any paint work. Well, no, it hasn't been in an accident. I said, I didn't ask you that.
Yeah.
I asked you, did your car have paint work? Well, it was done at the dealership, so I figured it. I didn't ask you that either.
Paint work.
Paint work. Anything other than factory paint, I need to know about, because it's going to affect you when you come to buy her trade-in.
Yeah.
You're going to ask me, is there any damage on this car? Is there anything I need to know? And now I have to disclose it.
Okay.
Now you're going to say, all right, well, that whole side's been painted. I want a discount.
Yeah.
Now, if I know ahead of time and I take it in ahead of time and you come to buy that car, I'm going to say, hey, sell, yes, this car's been painted, but it's been painted at the factory. It's been painted at the dealer with factory paint. And the reason we have it priced so low is because we're factoring that in.
Wow.
So now I'm feeding you the right information.
Yeah.
And she went off the deep end. I drove 8 hours and and F you and F this, and I'm going to write a review. Lady, you lied to me.
Yeah.
So be honest with the guy. Because if I find your transmission slipping and you didn't tell me, now I'm going to think, how much other crap did you try to get over on me?
So have you ever taken a trade in that you had to call and say, hey, or change the price, or once you take it, you stuck?
We try. But reality is, and I'm going to drop another jewel right now, so hit your message button. Dealers will try to call you and say, hey, your car needed motor mounts on the trade-in, so I need you to, give me another $500 towards us fixing your car. Now, if you already taken delivery of your new car, shame on you.
That part.
Shame. Now, we try, and we'll say to you, well, I won't process your motor vehicles. I won't process your title work if you don't give me another $500.
No go.
We're stuck.
Yeah.
Now, some people will say, hey, I didn't know. I'm an honest guy. I'm sorry. Here's a check for I'll run my credit card for $500. And it's cool. If we can get it, we can get it.
Yeah.
But the average reality is, if I take delivery of my new car and I hand you the keys to that one and you didn't inspect it fully, that's your fault.
Wow.
But that's why we take time. We take a little longer than the average dealer. The average dealer will do a walk around and maybe drive it around the lot and say, this is what we're going to give you on it.
Because they're already lowballing it anyway.
I take my cars downstairs. I put them on the lift, and I have my mechanics go through them because I not only want to try to get you top dollar for your car, but I need to protect myself. And I will bring a customer downstairs and say, hey, look this. Your oil is leaking because you need new gaskets. I'll give you a price of this on the car because I got to fix this.
Yeah.
And if I show the customer, 9 times out of 10, they're going to say, all right, cool, I get it. You are going to get that guy who's going to gripe no matter what. But if I show you what your car needs because I took the time to put it in the air, and I show you, man, your car is beautiful under here. It needs nothing. I'm going to give you top dollar for it.
Yeah.
But that's what we do at our dealership. We don't just do a walk around and
Is there anything else on the contract that we need to look for?
Not really. I mean, other than those basics up top is what you. Now, some contracts are shorter.
So all this mumbo jumbo don't mean nothing.
It's just legal breakdown of nothing. And I've had lawyers who sit there and try to read it all, and I'll walk out there. I said, take your time, read that. I'm going to go work the next customer.
Yeah, go do your thing.
Because all it is just the legal percentage breakdowns of everything.
Yeah.
But the top boxes.
The top 5 boxes
is what
is it 5 boxes on every contract? They
pretty much, yeah. They may be long way versus this, but you're always going to have your interest rate, your term, your finance charges, your money down.
Always.
That's what you want to know.
Yeah.
Yep. So there's no trickery in these contracts nowadays.
Okay. The other topic we got is warranty. How important is warranty?
I sell great warranties. Now, be careful with warranties. And again, you guys can call me because even if you bought your car somewhere else, I can still sell you one of my warranties.
Wow.
Warranties are important. But there's a lot of, now this is where it gets slimy. Warranties are really slimy people. Because warranty company, FHO warranty can open up and sell yourself to a bunch of different dealerships. They'll sell FHO warranties for you, and you'll make $1 million that year, and then you shut FHO warranty down, and everybody's stuck.
Wow. And they stuck.
So warranties are slimy people. It gives me the skeeves to even think about it. But our warranty companies, we only use high-end warranty companies. They're priced higher because they're a higher-end warranty company. Now, when you look for warranty, you want to look for what's called an exclusionary warranty.
Exclusionary warranty.
What that means is every part of that car is covered The only thing that's not exclusionary items are wear and tear items, things that are going to wear
out. Tires, brake
pads, hoses, belts. Something that's going to be covered under normal wear and tear is not going to be covered by any warranty. And don't let someone tell you, oh, ours covers it, because it doesn't.
Yeah.
But our warranties cover the engine, the transmission, the drivetrains, the sunroof, the radio, the seats, the power windows, it covers everything else except for wear and tear items. It's called an exclusionary warranty. That's what you want to look for.
Okay.
Now, there are slimy companies out there that will say, my average Mercedes warranty or BMW warranty for 5 years up to 100,000 miles is going to be anywhere from $4,500 to $5,000, sometimes $5,500. It's an expensive warranty.
That's not bad, because I'm going to tell you some real talk. Me and Queen, for the BMW, it came out that the bill was $8,000 for the service. Because they said it was oil leak and some other stuff. But because we had the warranty.
Yes.
Now,
it'll cover you.
Yeah,
it'll cover you. And some people, it's an $5,000 is a lot of money to add on to your payment, because you're talking another $100 if you're putting no money down. If I put that whole warranty, $5,000 warranty into your payment's going up $100.
So let's get into that. How do you factor that? Okay, so $20,000 is how much a month?
So for every 1,000.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
For every 1,000, you're going to add about another $18 to $22.
So for $1,000, every $1,000 is $22.
It's about $20.
About $20.
So if I add $5,000 to your loan, I just added $100.
$100.
Yeah.
Over what? 72 months, 60 months?
Over the life of the loan.
What, 60, 72?
60, 72 months. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
All
so
right.
I just added. So that's a big thing for somebody. But when you're playing in the game we're playing, and you're looking at $80,000, $100,000 cars, or you're looking at a car with 70,000 miles on it that's already out of warranty, of course you're going to have an expensive warranty, because the car's already out of warranty.
Okay.
So you're going to get hit hard on it, because the warranty company in their mind saying something's going to happen to this car, and we got to pay on it.
Off the rip.
Yeah. So, there are companies out there that'll say, oh, we can do this same warranty for $2,500. And, then all of a sudden you get the call, well, they don't cover this for me. And, hey, you bought it, not me.
Yeah.
And so
the warranties you stand that you said you stand behind them.
We stand behind our warranties. We stand behind our wheel and tire packages, our program, because, listen, we all know we love our wheels, but our wives usually scrape them rims up for us. Look at Brooklyn. Look at that.
Yeah. Appreciate you.
Our wives usually scrape our rims or bend our rims in these.
So a scrape rim is covered under wheels and tires?
Wheel and tire package will cover your if you scar your rims or you bend your rim. If you crack your rim, they'll replace it for you.
Yeah.
They'll give you a new one. If you puncture your tire, same thing with.
I got that on. Yeah, but I'm saying if you scrape the sidewall, if you scrape the rim,
they'll come to your house or your job. They'll repair that rim. If that rim can't be repaired because it's too bent or too cracked.
I'm talking about a scrape, curb the rim.
Curb rim. They'll come out and they'll heat your rim up. They'll add metal. They'll re-round your rim, scrape your, and all of it.
Wow.
Yep. Part of that wheel and tire package we sell covers door. It's a 5-year warranty. It covers door dings. So if your wife's in the mall or in the supermarket and somebody dings a car, you can call that warranty company. They'll come out, fix that ding on any panels for up to 5 years. No matter how many, if she dings it once a day, they're going to come for 5 years and repair that ding for her. It also covers stars in your windshield.
The chips.
Yep, they'll come out and they'll repair that. The biggest thing it covers on these BMWs, these Porsches, and these Lamborghinis and stuff like that is they'll lost keys.
Wow.
Because a BMW key right now is about $400. So if you lose your key, you call them, and Snowman bought his car from us, and I only had one key, and I said, Snow, wait 45 days, call them, tell them you lost one of your keys. They'll send you a new key. He was like, word? Okay. So I didn't have to buy him a key.
Wow.
That's illegal.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
But that's the game, though.
You work the game. You work, especially for my family. I'm always going to work the game for my peoples.
Wow.
Snow is my peoples.
Yeah.
Snowman and Angie, they bought
the
probably
Bentley.
6 cars for me already. Yeah. You know, so I've been on this set. I'm on the bike set. I know everybody out here, and I'm always down to help people.
So let's get into this one. We're almost about done. Now, unless anybody want to call in and ask any questions. The calling number is 424-242-2355. And again, understand what this man is doing, man. This man is giving up major game. He's dropping major jewels. And I hope you guys really, really can appreciate it. Death of owner. So I come to you, I finance a car, and I end up dying before the finance term is up. What do we do?
So I have a really good friend of mine from up top who, when a family member died, and they still owed 4 years on the car loan. So she's trying to be the good person and call the bank. Well, she called the dealership and said, "Hey, my family member died. I have this car sitting in my driveway. You know, I want to return it to you." So the dealership said, "Well, come on, bring the car in." She brings the car to the dealership. They get on the phone with the bank, and the bank tries to push her into the loan saying, "Well, you're next of kin. We need our money." And she was hysterical. She called me crying, and she was like, "I don't know what to do. These people are trying to make me take this loan from my family, and I can't afford this car, and I don't, not only can I afford it, I don't need it." And I said to her, "First of all, calm down. Don't let them see you sweat in that dealership. Give me the phone." And she gave me the phone to the finance guy. I said, "She's dropping the keys on that desk, and she's walking out that door. And if there's any other problems, I will be down there with the police, because she hasn't signed anything on that loan. She's doing you guys a favor, returning the car so you can try to resell it. Period. You're not going to push her into this loan. You're not going to say she's next of kin, so she has to take this loan. That doesn't happen, and it doesn't work."
Wow.
But the banks and the dealerships will try to do it to keep that loan going. You don't have to take responsibility of any family member's loan. Now, if you co-signed, that's different. If you co-signed, yes, they're going to look to you to follow up on that loan. But if you have no signature on that loan, drop that key in that dealership parking lot and move on about your business. Wow. I just had a conversation with my mother about her house. And I said, Goody, told my mother, I said, "You're getting older. You don't have much. You have a loan on your house." I said, "I promise you, if you pass, that house is going right back to the bank. I'm not paying on that house. I'm not taking care of that house. I have no feelings about that house. Yeah. I'm calling the bank and saying, 'Hey, the key's in the mailbox. Come get your house.'"
Just that simple.
And that's just that simple. It's the same with a car loan, a motorcycle loan, or anything. If you didn't sign on it, you don't have to take responsibility of it.
Yeah.
Now, I do have some people I know who family members died and they just kept making the payment. Now, if the bank proves you've been paying and you've assumed that loan, they can come after you.
Okay.
So,
But are they going to give you the title, though? Because the title going to be the person who named it?
No. What happens is the title, if they make that loan to full term,
yeah,
that title's just going to get mailed to you. And then I'm just going to sign Marcel Tillman's name, sold me the car.
He ain't going to know no way.
He ain't going to know no way. But if you made a year's worth of payments or 8 months worth of payments for that person who passed on, and the bank finds out about it, yes, they can come after you and they can make you assume that loan because you've showed responsibilities that you're taking off that loan. So you can't drive it for a year and then decide to give it back to them. It doesn't work that way. If a family member has passed on and that car is in your driveway or you're cleaning out their house, you can return that car back to that dealership, hand them the keys, and assume no responsibility.
What about when you can't handle the payment, so you want a voluntary repo?
Okay. Repo.
A voluntary repo.
There's no such thing.
No such thing.
A repo is a repo. And people come to me talking about, well, I voluntarily gave it back. Your credit is shot because you gave it back.
Yeah.
And there's no such thing as the bank had to chase you versus I voluntarily gave it away.
It don't make a difference.
Don't make a difference.
You don't get no data boy points or nothing.
Nothing. You might as well just hit it and let them come after you.
Yeah.
Because it's the same thing. There are crappy banks out there who buy people's bad credit.
All the time.
So I can see that sells 8 months behind, and the bank is looking, and they took your car, and now you got a repo. I'm gonna send you a letter saying, "Hey, Sel, you need another car?" I have a bank that we just signed up with that puts tracking devices in the car for bad credit people.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, because they understand those are banks I need to get around. I'm hopeless, and they're going to take advantage of you.
Yeah.
Don't get yourself into those situations, guys, if you can avoid it. Now, I understand there's a single mom out there who has no choice. She's got to go to a buy here, pay here lot because her ex-husband messed up her credit, and I got to get to work. There are circumstances where you have to do that.
Yeah.
Don't do an expensive car. Do something $8,000 or $10,000 that you can pay off in 4 years, and make sure that buy here, pay here lot reports you to the credit bureau. If they don't report, don't buy the car from them. Go find another buy here, pay here lot that will.
Okay.
Because they won't. A lot of these buy here, pay here lots will not report that you did good payments, but they will report if you didn't do good payments. So you want to stay with a company, and life happens. I understand it, but you want to try to do the best you can for yourself.
Question: does your warranty cover if I bought a Harley Davidson? Does your warranty cover motorcycles? No.
It's cars only.
Cars only.
Yeah.
But I can buy your warranty no matter where I bought my car from.
Yeah, like you bought your car. You bought your one car in Texas. I can put a warranty on that for you.
Yeah.
So it didn't have to come from my dealership.
No, but you helped us negotiate the warranty when we bought it. So
I negotiated it for you. And I'm there for you guys. You call me. You have my cell number. It's out there to everybody. Call me and say, "Hey, I'm sitting at this dealership. Is this a good deal?" I'm going to help you the best I can.
That part. Whether you buy from him or not, man. Good dude, man. Anybody got any call-ins, man? Anybody got anything, man? Let me tell you something. This man came and gave you his heart today. He came and opened up he opened up to you guys and gave you guys great advice. The reason why I wanted to do this show was I wanted to I've been talking about lately us having economic power, getting back to being economically sound, getting back to the point where we understand where our dollar is important and managing our monies and everything. So this show, when I thought about that, I called Mike like 2 weeks ago and said, "Hey, this is the show I want to do. It's going into that season. We're buying cars now. We have to start being better with our finances all the way around the board, man." And I thank him for taking the time to drop these jewels and just giving you the information. You can replay this because he dropped some jewels in there. He dropped some jewels. Hold on, my man Dirty D calling. What up, D? My man Dirty D. What's happening?
What's happening, man? Look here, man. We calling in. I'm trying to get that 740 BMW with that FHO 100% finance.
Hey,
that we saw on the internet.
You saw it on the internet with FHO 100% financing?
I got you.
Matter of fact, you can just go and sign for it right now, and I'm going to pick it up from your house tomorrow.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Every car, I text him monthly.
Yeah.
With an FHO special car, and every time I text him and my phone rings, it's him going, "Okay, I'm gonna buy that one too."
I see what he's doing. He's trying to keep him on for himself.
Say, man, I put him out there, man.
Okay.
I put him out there, man. Hey, I put him out there.
Man.
Yeah.
You starting to sound like the president right now, man. You trying to keep everything to yourself.
Hey, man, get off my phone, man. Bye, man. That's my man D. But listen, though, really, man, and I truly, truly want to thank you, Mike, man. Awesome dude. I keep telling you guys, he's an awesome dude. If you're looking to buy a car, no matter what part of the world you're in, no matter how you listen to this, hit him up, man. Like he said, if you're in front of a dealer, if you're at a dealership, you're in front of a salesman, call him up, and he will work you through it, help you negotiate the best possible deal. My thing of it is, don't waste his time and show your appreciation. That's all I ask that you do. And again, like I said, I wanted to bring this show because I wanted to. It's just something that I'm on, man. It's us being economically sound. We're watching the news every day. We're seeing what's going on. You're seeing these people get away with committing murder. You feel what I'm saying? And they're just all the way around the board, man. We are losing are game, man. It's going to be the have and the have-nots in a minute. You're either going to have it and make it, or if you're not going to have it, you're going to be dogged out. So that was my reason for doing this show, man, and I appreciate you, Mike. I appreciate you for dropping those jewels. Don't forget the websites that he dropped. I listed them on the his website, selectluxury.com, but also the capital1.com, Dealer Navigator, and the lightstream.com. Those are different things. Like you said, you secure the bag first. Don't buy new, buy used. Keep your emotions in check. Do not let the salesman see that you're emotional, that you have to have the car. Get from putting down a down payment.
Decent trade-in.
Make sure that your trade-in has been well detailed before you take it, and just be honest with him up front. We'll be honest with them up front, and they'll be honest with you. When it comes to like when you buy a car, real quick, and I just thought about this, and it says as is, no warranty.
So yeah, like my dealership on certain cars on my lot still have factory warranty.
Okay.
From the factory, BMW has a 4-year, 50,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. So if you buy, right now we're in 2019, if you buy a 17 with 20,000 miles, that car still has factory warranty on it. So if something happens, you can go to any BMW dealership throughout the country.
Yeah. And
get it repaired. Now, some of my cars that are out of warranty, maybe a 2012 or may have over 50,000 miles, those are as-is cars. And I'm going to let you know that, and I'm going to have you sign that it's an as-is car. Now, I'm going to offer you the warranty.
Okay.
One of the good things about our warranties is it's a zero deductible.
Wow.
The average warranty is a $250 to $500 deductible.
Yours is zero.
Ours is a zero deductible, and another nice thing about our warranty, you can take it to any dealer throughout the country. If you buy a BMW from me, you could take that to any BMW dealership throughout the country. Another nice thing about it is my high-end clients a lot of them have their own mechanics that they use.
Okay.
So if your mechanic is European certified, the warranty company says, fine, let him keep working on it. We'll pay him.
Wow.
So our warranties are off the norm of the average warranty out there. And again, it's a little bit more expensive, but it helps me sleep at night to know that I'm getting ready to take this trip to, Texas. And if something happens, I can walk into any shop and I'm covered with a zero deductible.
Real couple of questions. Where is it at? It is. Somebody said is a Range Rover, is a Land Rover. Thanks for the. Are used Land Rovers worth buying?
Yeah, now they are. Your average Range Rover, and again, we all have that thing in our mind.
What's the difference between a Land Rover and a Range Rover?
Land Rover's the company. Range Rover is the product.
That part.
So we all have this thing in our mind of those 2004 to 2008 Range Rovers that had a lot of electrical problems.
Okay.
And it had a lot of hydraulic problems. And they were they were dope, but they was known as a problematic vehicle. BMW bought that company. The Range Rover BMW actually owned that company, and then Ford bought that company.
Okay.
Now, when Ford bought that company, they put their Bosch engine management systems in those cars. So it out of their race cars that they build.
Okay.
And it fixed all of those electrical problems that those cars were known for. They also fixed those airbag problems where if the car sat for 2 days, all of a sudden those hydraulic airbags, the car was sitting down on its wheels. Those problems have been fixed in those cars. Anything, I'd say 2012 and up, you're not going to have a problem with those cars. And if you're buying something 15, 16, 17, there's no issues with those cars.
Is there a such thing right now as too many miles on a used car?
No.
No.
Me and Brooklyn used to be, if it touched 50,000 miles, we were selling it and moving on to the next thing.
Yeah.
We don't do that anymore. Her Jag has close to 100,000 miles.
Yeah.
I keep it serviced.
And it's beautiful.
You drove it.
I drove it when it was in Ohio. You drove it to Ohio. Well, the girls drove. You rode the bike, but the girls drove it to Ohio, and I used it like it was an Uber ride. That motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
I don't worry about mileage as long as I'm keeping those cars maintained. Right now, these European cars, These cars are 300,000-mile cars as long as you're keeping them maintained.
Yeah. So another question. Big Cell, can you have multiple warranties on a car?
No.
No.
Well, okay. Multiple warranties, yes, as I have a warranty that covers the car. Then I have a wheel and tire warranty. Yeah. Then I have a what's called a maintenance warranty.
Okay.
So that covers
like all your oil changes.
Yeah. So you can have multiple warranties, but you can't have multiple of the same warranty.
Okay. In other words, you can't have two motor and trans warranties.
No.
Okay.
I don't know why you would want one, but okay.
Well, there it is there, man. Again, man, my man Mike Goodall, 678 is the number, man. 855-2292. He's a hell of a dude, y'all. I keep telling you guys that, man.
Hey, my man, Pooh Man is on here.
Yeah.
I sold him his BMW. Hey, Pooh, I'm going to get you.
And you came past me the other day, too, Pooh Man, on that pretty motherfucker when I was on my motorcycle and act like you didn't see me.
Pooh Man's dropping that car off to me next week. I'm selling it for him. So if anybody wants that BMW
That's
i8.
that blue, white, and black one or whatever it is. Yeah, I seen him on the freeway with that.
So I'm selling his car for him. So if anybody wants it, give me a call. I'll set up financing for you and get you Pooh Man's car.
What's happening, Pooh? You don't want the car no more? What's happening?
I'm getting ready to do something else with him.
Yeah, he got a family now. He got a whole family now. He got to take care of now.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to do something real good for him.
Man, the hell with Pooh Man. Anyway, Pooh Man, what it do, baby? So anyway, that's what it is, man. Any suggestions on Infiniti? I got a G35.
Infinitis are probably one of the best cars you can own when you want a maintenance-free car. Now, here's what I'm gonna tell you. European cars are the funnest cars you can drive. They give you the most excitement. They stir your soul, but they're maintenance cars. They're race cars, so you're gonna have to maintain them. If you want a car that you can just drive every day, don't worry about changing the oil, you put cheap gas in it, do whatever you want. Japanese cars are for you. Infinitis, Nissans, Toyotas, Hondas, those kind of Japanese cars. Infiniti. Right now, they have one of the highest end luxury cars that's a maintenance-free car.
Wow.
So Infiniti is a great car.
Like, I'm going to tell you this, too, though, before we go. When me and Queen took the car to get service, they put the key in the machine, and the key reads if we put regular gas as compared to the premium gas.
The European cars.
It can tell you what kind of gas you put in the car.
European cars have key readers.
Yeah.
So you put that in there, and it's going to tell you if you serviced it. If you haven't serviced it, if you've been abusing it,
all of that.
It's going to tell you if you over-revved it.
Everything.
Yeah.
That's the fucking key.
And that's how they're going to, a lot of times that's how they wiggle out of that warranty. You over-revved this car too many times. Your warranty's not covered for that.
Wow. From the key, y'all.
Yeah.
From the key, he put the key in a little thing and all. I mean, he could, like I said, they could tell if you put, man, anyway.
Yeah.
That's what it is, man. I appreciate you getting Mike tonight, man. Say, man, listen, this is real spit tonight. I hope you take this information and
love to my Facebook page.
Man, give
cool.
it to him,
I'm about
man.
to log out.
Yeah, man. So it's what it is, man. FHO, I'm always trying to bring you guys some information. I'm trying to enlighten you, and I'm trying to bring you quality information that you can use, that you can live by. Motorcycling, the whole 9 yards, and my man Mike Goodall is an excellent dude, man. Hit him up, give him a call. Warren Charlie, I see you, man. I see you, brother. Oh, he said, Warren Charlie says he will see you and the wife in Sturgis. I told you.
Oh, definitely. And we on twos in Sturgis.
That part right there, man. So don't forget, FHO got the Sturgis. We got Sturgis coming up, man, for 2020. We got 2 houses. We're going to be partying like rock stars. It's going down. 80th anniversary.
If you ever get a chance to travel with that FHO family. Now, my club is Big Shots. We've been around a long time. Shout out to all the Big Shot.
Yes, sir.
13 chapters all over the country. But some of the funnest trips I've ever taken is with that FHO family in that damn cell in Queen.
Hey, man.
And it is just nonstop jokes. But the one great thing you will find out about them is the love you get when you get to that hotel. They're going to take care of you. They're going to feed you. You're going to have fun.
We're going to have a ball, man. So Sturgis next year, that's the FHO annual run. We got a couple other things we're doing, but we're definitely doing Sturgis. So don't forget, we got bed space available, a few rooms. I think we may even have some whole rooms, but we definitely got bed space available, affordable. We will be there for the whole week. We'll be there from Wednesday, check out on Monday, and head back home, man. And we're going to take our time to get there, man, and have a good time. So Mike will be there as well. Sunshine Rogers is already committed. She'll be there. She's one of our guests.
Nice.
I got my boys coming from Oakland. A few of the Dragons and some other.
Nice.
They've already. Oh, we gonna have a ball, man.
It's gonna be fun.
We got a pool. We got a jacuzzi.
That's all I need to know. That you have a pool.
We got the pool and the jacuzzi. We gonna have a ball, man. So that's what it is, man. So stay tuned, Mike. Again, I appreciate you. I love you, brother. Everybody, man. Thank you for your support. Don't forget to support the channel, man. I cannot do it without you. PayPal, FastOnly at gmail.com, Cash App, $, FHOHNIC, man. Listen. I'm doing my best to bring it to you, man. So I appreciate you guys. Love you. And that's it, man. The 5 things I'm going to leave you with. Mind your own business. Stay in your own lane. Ride your ride. Keep enough love built up in yourself so when I call you, you can share some love with me. And as always, FHO, we're going to love to ride and ride for love, man. We go on, man.
Peace.